on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook and casino. Live betting and racebook. We're celebrating 30 years with a historic offer. A 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits. Plus 10% gambler's insurance. Get started today. BetUS, where the game begins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We got breaking news. Christian Wilkins will not be tagged. We're going to talk about that real quick. Y'all hit the like button just so you know this stream is being powered by BetUS. Your opportunity to receive a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits using code JOIN125. We're talking 24/7. All right. Customer service if you need any help, and also 24-hour fast and easy payouts. BetUS, get in the game, take advantage of the promotion, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right in. We ain't got no time to waste. Christian Wilkins will not be tagged. I'm telling y'all now, I was waiting on tomorrow to find out whether they were going to do this or not. They literally a day early told the world, we're not tagging them. We're not tagging them because they can't take the chance. They cannot take the chance of tagging him, no one trading, and they can't afford him this year. We're negative 31 million. We're trying to figure out where we're going to even make up that money. It was no way. How did we get to the point to where we couldn't afford Christian Wilkins? How did we get to the point to where we can't afford Christian Wilkins? Please, somebody in the congregation answer the question. How do we get to a place where you draft the first round pick, right? At number 13 overall, and you hope they don't end up being a bust. You hope that they ball out and become the player you want them to be so that you can keep them here long term. And even if you don't keep them here long term, you go draft the replacement, build them up, and get ready to replace them. But how do we get to a point to where none of that is the case? You ain't got a replacement. You can't pay them. You can't even franchise tag them. How do we get to this place? How in the heck did we get to this place? We already told Connor Williams we're going to let you walk. We already told Robert Hunt we're going to let you walk. Think about this. Think about this. Robert Hunt was our draft pick. What did he do wrong? Other than do exactly what you wanted, and matter of fact, exceeded expectation. Why are we in a position where we can't afford our players? And I told you why. Because we want to draft players that's going to be good, just not that good. Is that what we're talking about? Because let's be honest, what Greer offered him ain't acceptable in the open market, knowing he can get a lot more. He knew he can get a lot more. Straight up bad management and bad luck by management. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me well. You can get mad at me all you want, but I am telling you now, when this is all said and done, Teron Armstead, Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Ramsey is going to turn out to have been a bad decision. And we're talking about the best players at their positions. Some of the best players at their positions. How can that be a bad decision? When are we going to be honest with ourselves? We won 9-10 games before McDaniel got here without none of them. And now all of a sudden we bring all of that talent in. I am telling y'all now, any roster in the NFL that brings in a Teron Armstead, Jalen Ramsey, a Bradley Chubb, and a Tyreek Hill, they automatically think that they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. It's probably only 5 teams in the NFL that wouldn't think that. You add those 4 guys to every roster in the NFL, and I can guarantee you they're talking Super Bowl. They're talking real contenders. Name the team. You add those 4 guys on. And here we are today, and we can't even afford to keep our own. There ain't no statement to be made. Oh, well, I'm not going to overpay. What do you mean? This is what you created, what you wanted. Don't sit there in a press conference, got the nerve to say he bet on himself and won. Are you kidding me? That means you lost. That means you lost. Straight up ridiculous, man. And I'm telling y'all, like, I kept asking y'all this last year. I said, this is the best roster we're going to have in a long time. This is the best roster we're going to ever have. And if you don't find any success out of this, you need to scrap this whole thing. And now everybody want to hide behind the fact that we could play another season. They want to say, what the people saying scrap it and rebuild, they are crazy. See, this is the problem with organizations. There are always opportunities that you see you can get ahead of it all, but you never take it. You never want to acknowledge, dang, I screwed up. Because where did we screw up, TD? Where did the team screw up? Please tell me. They screwed up when they stopped following the process. And I don't care that you fire Flores. Even after following Flores, it did not mean you had to leave the process. You didn't have to abandon the process. You did not have to abandon the process. The first round pick from Jalen Ramsey, the first round and second round pick for Tyreek Hill, the first round pick for Bradley Chubb. Those 3 first-round picks and a second-rounder, man, if you would have just hit on 2 of those, we would have been in a better position today because we would have had 2 more young studs on this roster. We wouldn't have been crying about paying Christian Wilkins because Tyreek Hill $30 million would have been on the roster. Jalen Ramsey's 20, 22, whatever it is, million would have been on the roster. That's 52 right there. Bradley Chubb's $20 million. That's 72 right there. Wouldn't have been on the roster. Chubb, Ramsey, Tyreek. It is one more. Teron Armstead. His 16 whatever wouldn't be on the roster. That's literally $88 million right now. If we would have just drafted 4 players with those draft picks, and I'm giving Greer an out and saying only hit on 2. Just hit on 2. You would have had $80 million. Well, you taking those guys down, you would at least have $70 million because those 4 guys would have been on rookie contracts. They wouldn't have been more than $28 million combined. They, to be honest with you, they probably wouldn't even been more than $20 million combined. You would have had $78 million worth of cap space. Right now, Christian Wilkins would have been signed. Javon Holland extension would be getting breaking news right now. Jalen Waddle's extension would be getting breaking news right now. And we'd still have $70 million to spend this year. The core future locked in. Van Ginkel would be signed. You could bring Deshaun Elliott back. And a matter of fact, you would actually have money easily for Tua, technically. Even though I still feel like that's ain't the right move, but you would technically be feeling good about Tua's extension, to be quite honest with you. You would have had room for it all. To the point that you so far ahead that you could front load some of them. You ain't even got to backload all of them to try to save money and figure it out. You could front load some of them if you would have did it right. Just continue the process. And I told y'all 2 years ago, as soon as they start spending money, they're going to Teron Armstead. They're go this guy. There go that guy. I told y'all 2 years ago. Dang, we ain't rebuilding no more. They going for the gusto. I hope that this turns out in success. And the saddest part about it, even me, I said with this roster, yeah, I mean, with this roster, you should definitely win 2 playoff games, hands down. And people want to come, well, TD, I mean, the injuries, it's a part of the game. It's what you signed up for. At the end of the day, these unforeseen things happen in the game. You didn't build a team to withstand injuries. When Jalen Phillips went down, you already didn't care for Ogba to begin with. You already didn't care. You had no true backups. We had to go get 35-year-old men that was sitting on the couch. Breaking news, Russell Wilson won't be traded. He will be released after the league year begins. That is breaking news right now. He is going to be a free agent. March 13th, they will be releasing Russell Wilson. Interesting. I am Touche. Appreciate you, bro, for buying the shirt. I'm glad you got the round table shirt, bro. Salute to you. I don't know what this is. Y'all telling me something about Tua getting the quarterback coach. Don't play with me. Don't play with me right now. I ain't in the mood. I better not see nothing saying Tua's hiring a quarterback coach. Yeah, don't mess with me like that. Oh. Oh. Oh, God, I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Oh my gosh, you can't make this stuff up. Oh, you cannot make this stuff up. This is a comedy. Oh my gosh. The Miami Dolphins need to be on Comedy Central. Screw Hard Knocks. Oh my gosh. This man, oh, he hired a quarterback coach and they said let me read this report. Oh, oh. While at NFL Scouting Combine, I discovered that Tua has finally hired a personal quarterback coach. This was an interesting development to find out. He had not relied on a true off-season quarterback coach / trainer as most NFL QBs do. You can't make this stuff up. This man is about to go into year 5. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. I'm done. You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you another thing that made me mad, but I ignored it. I got so mad that I ignored it. I said, this opportunity for me to not beat on the kid, beat on the man. He ain't no kid no more. He ain't no young little pup in the NFL. He going on year 5. This man was at a golf tournament thing or whatever, and somebody had him throw the football or whatever, and this man literally out his own mouth, man, I ain't throwing the ball. The man ain't thrown the ball in 2 months. The man ain't thrown the football in 2 months. He ain't throwing the ball. See, that's what I be talking about. And y'all got mad at Brian Flores for saying he don't put the work in. Y'all got mad at Brian Flores for saying he don't put the work in. Tom Brady, the day the season is over, is putting in work. Michael Jordan, the day the season is over, he putting in work. I ain't lying. I saw the video of him at the golf thing. Oh, man, I ain't thrown since the end of the season. He said it out his own mouth. Y'all get mad at people like Brian Flores for feeling like he don't do what's necessary. Get out of here, Jermaine. See, Jermaine, this ain't the day. This ain't the day to do this, Jermaine. Talk about so what? It's the off season. See, you see what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen? This is what they accept. It's the off season. They shouldn't have to perfect their craft. They shouldn't have to work on their craft. Wait till they have to come back to do that. Give them their time. We need a quarterback that's going to make the position his life. That's what the greats do. So what? It's the offseason. Don't do that, Jermaine. Not today. Not today, man. So 4 years have gone down, and going into his 5th year is the first year he's going to get a quarterback's coach. I'm going to tell y'all what's about to happen now. That quarterback coach is going to start digging into his flaws and working on the things that he flawed with. And when the real season starts, it's going to be too much for Tua. It's going to be too much for him to process. When the real life comes, it's going to be too much for him to process. He's going to try to work on that post-snap reading and processing timing, and he ain't got it. And it's going to be too much. He's going to be making a lot of mistakes. He ain't going to look the same. And you know what's going to happen from there? McDaniel going to tell him, stop all that trying to be the ideal quarterback. Let's just get you back in this little box I gave you. And that's what's going to happen. McDaniel going to put him right back in that box. Let's get you back to spot throwing with timing. We don't need you processing stuff. I need you to know where to go before the ball snap. I don't need you playing back there pass and determining where to go. I don't want you determining nothing real time. I want you to determine before and put the ball where it needs to be in the right timing. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. You'll see. And hopefully McDaniel see it in training camp and nip it in the bud before the regular season happens. Because that's what's going to happen. Man just deciding to get a quarterback coach. He been rocking with his personal trainer for a long time, Nick Hicks. Ain't a knock on that, but that's his strength and conditioning and all of that, how he won his body. But why this man should have been had a quarterback coach. And we out here making excuses, talk about, so what, it's the off season. Bro, you got to put the work in 365, 24/7. Wake up in this football, go to sleep. You supposed, man, come on. And you know what? Man. I'm going to tell you now, the Dolphins probably told him to get one. Let me address something that I just saw on Twitter. Somebody added me. They said, TD Fans Talk, listening to your podcast, you seem to forget when Greer signed Hill and Chubb, you were all for cap hell and no draft picks. What changed? Nothing changed. The only reason I had that moment of being all about screw them draft picks, go ahead and get the players, because I realized they were going to stick with Tua. If you're going to stick with Tua, then let's find out sooner rather than later. Go ahead. Go trade the draft picks. Go get this player. Go get that player. And let's see what the end ended up being. And I said, time will tell. I wanted to get to this point as soon as possible. And the Dolphins still ain't learned nothing from it. Still ain't learned nothing from it. And screw the draft picks anyway, because Chris Greer can't pick them. He the issue. We had a window. We had an opportunity. We failed in it. And these people walking around here talking about, it's not a failure. What are you talking about? It hasn't failed. It's a failure so far. Every mark that we want to hit, we don't achieve. It is a failure so far. And y'all banking on this one season right here to exceed all expectations. Good luck. Good luck with it. Good luck with it with Joe Burrow coming back, with Herbert having a real coach, with Aaron Rodgers on the Jets with a good defense, and the Patriots getting ready to retool, and the Browns were potentially going to be better. Good luck. Good luck. Y'all going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn the hard way. You don't have to agree with me or see what I'm saying, but do me a favor. Just let time tell. And remember who told you. And this ain't pessimism. At some point, when somebody write 10 times out of 10 and the 11th thing is just as negative as the first 10, don't say, oh, you're so pessimistic. No, this person know what they talking about. I'm sick of doing what I'm talking about. I want to be wrong. I keep telling y'all that. Make no sense. You ain't got no money to pay your first round pick and had this man on a 5th-year option and all and still ain't got it figured out. Make absolutely no sense. How you get 4 years in with your quarterback in the 5th year, he's now trying to get a quarterback coach to work with him in the offseason. The dysfunction everywhere. And I done already told y'all, there's only one way out of this situation, and none of y'all willing to do it. Because and everybody, and I ain't saying none of y'all, but most of these people out here ain't willing to do it because they scared. You need to trade Tua. You need to go draft Michael Penix, and you need to go sign all your guys on your team and continue to rebuild. It's that simple. And after this year, let Tyreek and all of them walk. Then you might just shock yourself, sign everybody, bring in Penix, and have maybe a CJ Stroud type of year. You might just shock yourself and do that. You might even exceed more than Stroud did. You might just do that. But guess what? We walk around here talking about, no, you can't go with the unknown. See, this is your problem now. You keep running from the unknown, trying to stick with what you know, and what you know ain't even working. Scared, fear. You keep trying until you find the guy. It's that simple. Y'all think there's this next level ceiling, a whole nother level for Tua or something like that? Is that what y'all think? There's this new level that's about to be broken that we all haven't seen 4 years straight, whether with Flores or McDaniel. You get the same thing late in the season. Ain't no difference. So you can't blame it on the coach and how he talked to you and how he coached you. The same outcome when you play the better teams, regardless of the coach. Jay Holla, I know he has. And that's the problem. Y'all thought I was crazy when I said that. Has Tua reached his ceiling? He's exceeded his ceiling because the talent around him has carried his ceiling higher than it actually is. One extra 40-yard play a game with a touchdown make y'all think he godly. And that's all the receivers. Or the excellent run game. Because the reason why they're not signing Christian Wilkins long-term, because the back end of that contract will not be able to fit with Tua Tagovailoa's contract. And that's the issue. That's the unspoken truth. That's what nobody wants to talk about. Now Javon Holland is negotiating his deal, and they got to figure that out. Let me tell y'all something. This team could very well be in a whole nother, like when I say rebuild, I'm talking about scratching it all. We might end up, if Greer don't get Waddle and Holland's deal done this offseason, we could end up and Greer gets fired next year if we don't even make the playoffs. Think about it. What you think gonna happen after that with the new GM that come in? They'll hire a new general manager. What you think gonna happen right after that? I can tell you what's gonna happen. Teron Armstead officially is gonna be done. Tyreek Hill, they're not gonna keep that money. They're gonna move on from it. Jalen Ramsey, he's going to restructure him this year and screw us up to where we got to keep it. So that might have to hold on for a little longer, or he'll get traded. Chubb, same thing. Going to look for the out on the contract. And guess what? It'll be Holland's time to get paid, and the new general manager might say, nah, I want draft picks. I need to build my own thing. Waddle gonna need to be paid, and the new general manager, I want draft picks. I'm gonna move on from him. And that new general manager might get all the picks, and there we are starting right over again like we were with Flores. We don't have to do that. Chris Greer could save his career and everything. Sign everybody back and trade Tua and bring in Michael Penix. I don't understand this logic of skipping up on a player who's the same at least as Tua for a way cheaper price. Just my take, man. I'm finna get out of here, man. I'm aggravated. I'm about to go to dinner with the family. And then I might do, if I have time, I'm gonna do a hour live stream tonight, going over the rest of the topics that we did in the morning show this morning. And then we have the night podcast, the Tony Dow Show. Okay, I'll be doing another episode tonight at 10 p.m. on the new channel that we started, the Tony Dow Show. Y'all come check it out if you want to hang out at night, 10 p.m. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have the podcast, the Tony Dow Show. It's doing pretty dope. A lot of people loving it, and we're gaining subscribers on it. So come through, check it out. If you want to hang out, we talk politics, everything, all news outside of football, unless it's football news is worthy. Like there's this topic tonight on Jerry Jones as well. So I'm finna get out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Christian Wilkins will not be tagged. He's going to hit the open market. All we can do now is pray that the market is not generous to him to where he'll come back home. Outside of that, I'm dreading hearing the breaking news that the New England Patriots have locked in a deal with Christian Wilkins. I'm going to tell you the two front runners, in my opinion, New England and the Minnesota Vikings reuniting with Flores. I think those are two top landing spots for him. So we'll see. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for the support and love continuously to all those who support this channel. Salute to you all. Peace. I'm your boy. I'm out, man. Oh, we had one super chat. Let me make sure I get the homie. Let me see here. Johnny Pope said they bailed on the 5-year plan and screwed us. I agree. They had screwed up. They bailed on it as soon as they fired Flores because they could not allow the reason why they fired him to end up being wrong. So they had to do all they could to prove that Tua was the guy. So they overabundantly and exceedingly made the team so that Tua could succeed. And all they did is put a whole bunch of things around him to hide his flaws. But it's always going to come catch up with you. They're just trying to get over that whole Flores situation so that they can move on then. Stephen Ross getting the #1 franchise, how he treat and take care of his staff and all of that good stuff and everything. They're just letting time pass, letting it move forward. So we'll see how it all ends up. But I'm out of here, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. And I mean it to the core of my heart. I appreciate every single one of you guys who always show me love and support, even if you don't agree with me. I appreciate that in a specific way, because it's not always about us agreeing with each other. It's about having a dialogue and spreading across all of the opinions. And yeah, it's my job to dig into the opinions and give you my opinion of opinions, but I respect everybody's opinion. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. I will see y'all soon. Peace. I'm out.